Okay, howdy guys and gals, here at Silverbacks as usual. Leg day, can't say I'm super thrilled, but we're here doing it. Gonna roll out, I reckon. Probably won't show it, but I've got the old sensory ball as last time. Gonna roll out the glutes, mainly the glute medius, just because they still feel a little bit locked up, so just wouldn't mind getting them feeling a little bit more mobile. Do a little bit of activation after that. It's a bit of a key point too to remember, guys. If you're gonna roll out a muscle and loosen it up and stretch it out and all of these things, and you're gonna do it before training, like just before training, I'm gonna highly advise that you go through some sort of pre-activation work before you then go into some serious sets using that muscle. Reason being is that if you roll it out and you get out all the trigger points with these bad boys and, you know, foam roll or whatever, and you make it, I guess, relaxed and weaker, then it's now being weaker and more relaxed. It's no longer as tight, stable, and I guess as ready to go as it would have been before. And what happens is if you jump straight into exercise when it's like that, you may actually have a chance of the structural integrity of what your muscle's trying to hold together to have a weak point, and then you may just blow something out, tweak something, get a nerve pinch, all kinds of stuff, ranging from something small but annoying to potentially a big injury. So it's always a good idea to make sure that if you're going to be releasing or relaxing or stretching out or whatever a muscle before you train, make sure you pre-activate, get it back into a you know, kind of firing off situation where it's actually feeling a lot better to then, you know, when you do a working set or actually use it in, say, like a squat or leg press, if it's your glutes, for example, then it's not going to cause your hips to be thrown out and weak. So yeah, always make sure that you pre-activate after stretching and all that stuff. Anyway, either way, we are doing legs. I'm going to do some rollout, stretching, activation work, especially with the bands, my glutes mainly, and then do some stuff for my knee/hamstring to see if I can make sure I prevent any kind of aggravation for the knee, because yeah, I still have a little bit of trouble with it, but I'm getting better and better at figuring out. I'm slowly getting there. I'm starting to unravel the problems around my knee, so hopefully we can tackle it once and for all eventually. But yeah, either way, going good. Gonna do probably some pendulum squat or leg press today. It would be nice if I can actually get my ass doing some RDLs, so I might actually do that today, and then just some standard isolates, and I really should do some carbs after all of that is done. Either way, nothing to it but to do it, guys. Let's jump on in. I'll see you at the machines. Okay, just a quick set on the hamstrings, laying just to warm them up. I'm gonna go isolates first and then walk our way up to the compounds, as I have been lately. Single-legged for this, just one set on each leg, just to wake them up. Nice. Yeah, a leg. Nice. Awesome. Okay, that felt pretty good. Let's move over to seated hamstring curl, smash these out. I want to do maybe only 3 good working sets on each, just because I don't want to waste too much time. Today I really want to try and smash out today's session. Quick stat, there's so much time that goes into doing these videos. I think way more than it should take, so I'm just trying to tidy up things. Still want to get my good working sets in, but I just don't want to linger too much because editing and everything takes a bit of time. Okay, seated hamstring curl, let's do it. Okay, straight in. Start on 140, guys. That's working set territory. My legs actually feel pretty well. They look like they're a lot more alive today than they usually are. So hopefully that means that they're going to feel better too. Nice. Not too bad. Definitely feeling it more lower hamstring. I want to try and see if I can move that into my upper hamstring over the next couple of sets. See how we go. Oh, set number 2. Let's go 160. Come on, we can get tighter than that. Want to help you? You want to push that down as hard as you can? Push, go. Bang. Yeah, that's good. Cheers, bro. Yes. Good set. Okay, let's go a little heavier than that. Let's go 180. Oh. One more. Went out. There you go, perfect. Thanks, bro. Okay, at Silverbacks, where all the members are a community. Okay, let's do it. Oh man, that was good. Oh yes. Okay, let's go over to quaddies. Oh. Okay, let's go. Let's go straight up to 140 because I'm feeling good today. Hopefully that good doesn't translate into stupid, but let's get straight stuck on in. Make sure I've got good mind-muscle connection. Quickly, just a quick reminder to you guys that make sure when you jump into a machine, you get on a bench, you put some weight above yourself, you're about to do anything in the gym that requires effort, that could lead to a potential injury if you're distracted or not ready or being stupid or whatever, or ego lifting or whatever. Make sure you take your time before you lift. Too many people I see, either with their gym buddies or whatever, I don't know if they're under the gun, they're rushing, whatever it is, they jump in and they just go straight away. Unless if you are a master of that exercise and you are just so automated with jumping in and locking everything in within a second, don't do that. Take your time. It is smarter for you to get in the machine, wriggle around, test, run the muscles, run a diagnostic check inside of your brain of all the things that you need to be using, make sure it's locked in, then proceed. It will not only increase your chances for better activation, turning into better gains, but you're also going to lower the chances of injury, which is massive in the gym. Longevity and progress are the two things we want out of the gym. Okay, let's get stuck in. Nice, oh great. Okay, we're gonna up that to 180. I think my legs are ready to start rocketing back up. This is feeling great today's session. Something about it, something's in the air, guys. Okay, set number 2, let's do it. Let's go up to 180, punch these out. Whew. Oh yes, they're feeling good. Let's go up to 200. Whew. We're going 220, let's do it. Let's get locked in. Yes, 15, juicy boys. Okay, we're done with that. Let's get into a compound. Okay, I've already done a set, just 4 plates on each side to warm up. Let's go 6 plates, 15, nice and juicy. Oh boy. Yeah, nice. Let's go up to 8 plates. Okay, 8 plates. It's kind of like, what? Set 3, but working set 2. Oh man, I've got some tightness through here. I think I missed something. I should have used the spiky ball more. Otherwise, my legs feel great. Whew. Nice. One more set. Oh. Uno más. And then we're done. Okay, so I was gonna up it to 10 plates on each side, but I don't have my knee sleeves. I left them at home. I think I gave them a wash, or they got washed. I don't know. Either way, I left them at home. Didn't have them in my gym bag. I'd love to go to 10 plates each side. I was just about to, but then I thought, you know what? It's best to play it safe. You know, they're going really well, my legs. They're feeling good, which is, you know, it's been taking a while to get back to this point. So I don't want to overdo it because it always tends to be that way. I always push just that little bit too hard right at the end of my sesh. So I'm just going to try and aim for a nice clean 15 of these 8 on each side plates, and then we'll call it there. I still have to do some carbs after this, but I'm not going to film it. Just get it done. But overall, good sesh. So let's punch these out, and then I'll finish carbs, and then we can rock and roll. I think that was 16. I feel like I wasn't sure if I got 15 or 16, so I did an extra. Okay, so that's it. Oh, my knee hated that a little bit, but that's done, dusted. Let's smash out some carbs, and we're done for today. Okay, also got to put all these weights away, so that's gonna suck, but got to do it. Oh. Okay, so I thought I'd film an itty bitty little bit of carbies. So my go-to exercise of choice when it comes to carbs is always going to be the donkey calf raise machine, or whatever donkey calf raise you got, or even a leg press that is a L-seat kind of shape where you're hinging at the hips. So the reason why I'd always pick the donkey calf raise out of all of the calf raise machines is because it causes a hinge at the hips. So the hinging at the hips is super important, very similar to how I explain why I like the laying hamstring curl as a, I guess you could say, activator, and then the seated hamstring curl as the grower. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to be able to generate a better stretch-mediated contraction, you're going to get what's called stretch-mediated hypertrophy in return. And that stretch-mediated hypertrophy is, I guess, a massive packet of gains that you leave on the table if you never try to chase that end range stretch that you can perform in. Don't get me wrong, I don't mean go to the tippy tip end range to the point where you've got zero strength so you can't perform a proper rep. I mean go and really feel the stretch of where you can still have enough strength to perform a functional and worthwhile rep. And the reason why I picked this one, again, is because hinging at the hips, you actually find that, so your posterior chain, which is all the muscles that go from the back of the head all the way down to the back, the bottom of your ankles from the rear. So posterior being the back of your body, all of those muscles in a chain link. And what happens is when you bend at the hips, you're actually causing the glutes to stretch and pull on the hamstrings. The hamstrings get pulled, and that, I believe, they pull on the calves as well. And what ends up happening is that when you have your legs out like so, and then you let your heels come, your toes come up, which is dorsiflexion, like this, then you actually get the maximal stretch on the calf. And then when you push out, you get some pretty fantastic squeeze too. So that's my reasoning. If you do an upright one, I believe that when you have your hips extended, I find, at least, and what makes sense to me when I think of biomechanics and anatomy, is that you're losing tension at the hip range all the way down to the back of or the top of your calves, the origins. So if I have my hips hinged and I'm like this, chest up, ass out, I feel that so much more than if I was up straight and doing that. So that's why I choose this. I'm trying to get stretch mediated contraction on the calves. Long story short, okay, let's do the damn set. Got 3 plates on each side of this machine. My calves have always been relatively strong, so I tend to load them up fairly heavy and then just go for a nice, clean, controlled, stretched and squeezed 15, all the way to the tippy toes, all the way back to the complete stretch where I've still got control of the weight, but I can't go back anymore because it's just so tight. Oh, nice. If you do it right, it should not feel nice in the calves. They should feel really pumped, sore, and like they're about to explode, and they're on fire at the same time. All of it. Oh, okay. Then you rest and do it again for at least 3 to 4 sets. Okay. See that if that looks good. Okay, we are Dunskies. Smashed out a few good sets of the calves. That's all I feel like they're needing today. In terms of, doing more on calves, you can if you like, but what I'm gonna hopefully start planning on doing is do it every single leg day and then pick another day during the week to do them as well. So I hit them 3 times a week. Nothing crazy, literally just one calf exercise. I specifically like the donkey calf raise because again it puts it through what I believe the best range of motion for mechanical stress that should stimulate growth and adaptation. So, which is the donkey calf raise in my opinion. People like to say that, switching it up, bending the knees, changes it from gastroc to soleus activation, which I do get it because if I remember correctly, I know I'm going to be wrong here. I think it's soleus that is biarticulate, travels over the knee and the ankle, and then gastroc is only a uniarticulate, or basically it only goes over one. And therefore, when you bend at the knee, it changes which one gets activated and how much and all of that kind of stuff. So ultimately, it's one of those things to kind of take into consideration is if you do want to really buy into that and take notice of that and actually get stuck in, sure. But at the end of the day, for me personally, I don't know, like I've always seemingly got enough calf activation just from one exercise. I am not gifted in calves, but I'm not burdened with calves when it comes to my genetics. So maybe there's some merit in that. If you have naturally average calf genetics, then maybe you probably should have to do a full regime around calves to really get them blowing out. I could do more, and I probably should do more, but for the time being, I'm just happy doing what I'm going to be doing. And then if I find that I'm just not getting my calves up to scratch, then I'll do more. Lately, honestly, to be very honest with you guys, I've neglected them. I've totally forgotten about them until I get home and then I'm like, shit. So now's the time I really need to start blowing them up, because I do have a date in mind, as I said, for the shows. Yeah, I need to get things rolling. Same thing for abs, guys. I used to hit abs 8 weeks out. It's been a while since I've hit abs, so I probably should hit them out a little bit further. So yeah, I'll be doing abs probably 2 to 3 times a week as well. Maybe on the days where I'm not training calves as the accessory, and I'll just interchange them at the end of my sessions. Either way, guys, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I've yammered on enough. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys found that entertaining of some sorts, or at least there's a few little jimmies that may have been some good tips for it. I don't know. Either way, I'll leave you guys to it. Remember, I don't know, chase your goals, stay strong, shredded, swole, sweaty, stimulated, and all the other S words that are great. But most of all, stay tuned and always remember to squeeze the juice. Okay guys, until next time, ciao.